All right, everyone. Today, Bones and I, we are talking with a certified doula. We're going to talk about all things doula and how they can support you and your birth journey. Come on, Bones. Let's doula this. Well, my name is Natasha Sobers. I am a certified full spectrum doula. Been doing this work for about 7 years. I'm a mom of a 2-year-old, so I was doing a lot of this work before I had my first child. So it's been definitely interesting being on the other side of it. So what is a doula? So doula is a non-medical professional who helps birthing people prepare for labor and birth. We can also support postpartum, so the time immediately after giving birth. But a lot of the work that we do is emotional, mental, physical preparedness. That means birth education. That means understanding the process of labor and birth, knowing your options, whether you're birthing in a hospital, at home, or in a birth center, and finding the right fit in your medical professionals that are going to be supporting and caring for you. So if somebody said, what is the difference between a doula and a midwife? What would you tell us? That's a really good question. I usually hear that a lot. Again, a doula is a non-medical professional. A midwife is a medical professional. So a midwife can do basically a lot of the same things that an obstetrician can do because there are different licenses with midwifery care. A certified nurse midwife can work in the hospital, they can be in a birth center, they can be support at home if you're choosing to have a home birth, and they can also prescribe medications. The only thing they don't do that an obstetrician does do is the actual surgery. With a doula, we do have a little bit of a crossover with a midwife because of the interpersonal relationship that you develop with your midwife and your doula. There's a lot of education involved, a lot of self-empowerment. What can your body actually do? How can we support the healthy, normal state of pregnancy? And I actually got this from an obstetrician. Pregnancy, labor, and birth is a state of wellness and not something to be fixed. A doula helps you understand the differences, like what is common, what is normal, and then a midwife can come in and say, okay, this is what I medically think needs to happen next. This is how we should approach this. And then if a challenge comes up, they may refer you to an obstetrician or a maternal fetal medicine doctor to be able to address whatever medical issues are presenting. So you've decided that you want to use a doula. Now, how do you find one? So that's a great question. There are a lot of websites that you can use in directories. There is one called doulamatch.net. There's also Doula Trainings International, DTI, which I'm a part of, as well as DONA. There is Childbirth International. And all of these certifying bodies have directories of doulas that you can look for. The doulamatch.net provides different array of doulas that have different certifications. And if you're looking for someone who speaks Spanish, you can also filter it that way. There's also the National Black Doulas Association, which is growing its numbers across the US. So if you're a person of color looking for a doula, that's a great way to find one too. So when you find one, what are some questions that you can ask your future doula? Yeah. So one of the things that you can consider first is, what do you need? What do you feel is the best support? Is it someone who is really science-driven, evidence-based? All doulas should be evidence-based, right? But if you really want to get into the nitty-gritty of like the anatomy and stats and statistics, if that's what you need to learn and comprehend, then find a doula that can provide that. When you are actually meeting with the doulas, you might find that you actually want this other thing, and this isn't as important as you start to learn. And then also consider, are you using insurance? Are you using your FSA? Are you using a company benefit? What are their policies in it being covered? And do the doulas match that? Do they have the criteria that matches that? And also, what is their backup? So if I'm an active doula, I may have 3 or 4 different clients that I'm working with within a month or two. And so all of those dates can overlap. So what is their backup plan? Do you get to meet the backup doula? Level of experience, number of years is important, but it's not as important as, do I connect with this person? Do they understand how I learn best? And if I have a partner, does my partner work with them? Because they're going to be the team that is supporting you. And you brought up something really important too, is that the doula is so important to be in the relationship with you and your partner. They are going to be supporting your partner as much in the birthing process as they are you. Thanks for joining us today, and thanks, Natasha, for all the knowledge. Until next time, be well, my friends.
gosh, my brain.
Right. Or the wreath that you have underneath the TV.
Whoa! Sorry, guy.
Someone cooked here.